Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Saturday, folks. Starting up a little bit later than originally planned because I had a headache and had to lay down. But I'm feeling much better now, although I'm irritated by the vision of a laptop case in the back of my view here. There we go. That's better. So here we are, Saturday afternoon, and it is time for the third session of our Space Quest V, The Next Mutation playthrough. I am not yet ready to say that this is my favorite Space Quest game yet. I don't think Space Quest IV is necessarily giving up the crown, but we'll see. We'll see how this all comes home because I'm really enjoying this game. What I do think is that this is the one that has the best plot so far. I think they've really managed to capture like a setup that feels like it was advancing the ongoing plot of the series with Roger going to Space Academy, and then eventually work in an inciting incident and slowly unspool a plot in a way that they kind of missed the mark on back with the Pirates of Pestilon, where pretty much the only optional puzzle in the game is the only puzzle that tells you what the plot is. So I just kind of stumbled through the game without ever knowing what I was doing or why. And really enjoyed Space Quest 4, Roger Wilco and the Time Rippers. But it must be said that they kind of just skipped, they just jumped right. They were just like inciting incident, series of time travel set pieces, end. Which is an easier way to do it. I think they're doing really well so far in Space Quest V, The Next Mutation. Let's see if I still feel that way if I am struggling to get back on track some amount of time from now. Let's fire it up. Because right now, when last we left we can call him our hero. He's an everyman, our Roger, and he doesn't get no respect. But it's also, I think, tough to argue that he hasn't literally saved the world, the galaxy 3 times, and the two guys from Andromeda once. That's pretty heroic. Okay, just going to adjust the volume in my own ears. Have it turned up from Friday Night Frosthaven when I need to hear Greg and Rich's voices. And then let's fire it up and let's see what we're doing. Yeah. So where we are, plot-wise, is that we know there's this awful mutation thing going on. We know that they've tried to mutate the crew of the Goliath and succeeded. That these psychomutants are going to possibly try to... Cedric, no, you haven't. You've missed me sharing a few quick thoughts about how much I'm enjoying this game so far, and then loading the save. So otherwise, you haven't missed anything. Happy Saturday. Getting started a little bit late, but my headache is cleared up. We are good to go. Probably a shorter session than normal, but who knows? Maybe those 3,005 points are going to rack up quickly. We'll find out. But, so yeah, we know what's going on in the sense someone is distributing this material that causes these horrible mutations that also make the mutants aggressive. They have managed to get the crew of the Goliath, which may or may not want to now attack Starcon, except they're currently lacking their hyperdrive, so we have time. So at that point, the game just kind of letting me drift. Where am I going to go next? And here's as far as I've come in my thinking about what I'm supposed to do, which is that we know on the planet where we first discovered the mutation, although I can't remember the name of that planet. Maybe I will bring up the manual for a moment. Thought I knew the hotkey to bring up the manual. I'll just bring it up by clicking. Get to the page with all the travel codes. It's one of the planets we've already been to where we discovered this horrible problem. Was it just Thrakus? It may have been Thrakus. I'm going to try Thrakus. 53284. Because on that planet, when we read the ship diary of not ship, but just the diary of the fellow on that planet who had kept a record of his horrible mutation, we learned that the cause was a thermos of soup, which we can see in the foreground on one of the screens, but I haven't figured out how to get it. Kind of seems very likely that soup thermos is a clue. Or, alternately, that obtaining the soup thermos will prompt interactions between the characters, because we've amassed a full-on Star Trek crew with a what am I trying to say? Science officer and everything. WD-40, the Fem Terminator. Yeah. So I'm really inclined to say, even though I have no idea how to do it, because I clicked around a bit on that screen and learned nothing, but I'm inclined to say that's going to be the answer. There's only one way to find out. So let's lay in a course. What coordinates, Captain? Excellent question, buddy. Drool. 532284. If indeed it's Thrakus. If it's not, that's okay. There's only been so many. Whoops. 53284. I think I hit the 2 twice in there. I think I was doing a 6-digit number. And then let's go to light speed. Oh, okay. Let's go to standard orbit. No, we can't do that. We're at Thrakus, aren't we? It's a different planet, isn't it? There's only so many that we've been to. Was it Klorox II, 90210? Coordinates locked in, sir. Ready to get underway. Yes, so the reason that he didn't respond to my other coordinates was surely because I neglected to tell him coordinates to a place where we weren't already at. Aye, sir. And away we go. I might just wind up having to do some brute force every item. Maybe there's some comical way I'm not anticipating that Roger can get to that soup thermos or bring that soup thermos to himself. Or maybe I'll break down eventually and say, hey, someone who knows, want to give me a nudge? We're approaching our destination, Captain. Regular speed, Drool. Aye, sir. And here we go. We'll go into standard orbit. And then I'll head down. And hopefully this is the right place. Lock my mouse into the emulator. Keep going up over the window there. So hope you're having a good Saturday, Cedric. I'm having a fine Saturday. We went to a drag brunch at a local bar today. And I had never been. Danielle has been going a lot with her friend Laura, and they've been beating the drum for me to go. And obviously, recent circumstances have made me more interested in going. And what a great time. All the performers were great, and the brunch was also excellent, and the vibes were great. We met some nice people who were seated with us because it was sold out, packed house. And I look forward to trying to join the performers in the near future when this winter term is done. All right. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. We had some terrible weather on Thursday. Citizen Sleeper. Game? Series? Energize. Excellent. Well, here is where I want to be. Should I first go back? Oh, here's the thing, though. I had a code at one point. A game. Oh, interesting. So that kind of hybrid RPG adventure visual novel feel. Just trying to read the soup. What if the answer was that no. No. Unless there's something horrible going on with the lighting levels on my monitor, there is no 5-digit number that I can just read on this. So, okay, first see what I can do with just the action clicking. A suspicious looking object you can't quite discern from your present location is wedged in the rocks above you. Obviously, I am somehow able to interact with that. Cool. Okay. I do not think this is going to work. I do not think it is going to be so simple. But the whole cannot discern from your present location advice is clearly telling me, okay, yes, there's somewhere I could stand to get to this, or there's something I could do. Can I climb any of these cliffs? No. Is there an exit to the screen to the right that I have missed because it is obscured by the foreground? Trying nothing but actions first before I start getting desperate, before I start desperately smashing on my different items. Not here, not here, not here. One more try walking. No, will not be of any help. Okay. Is there anything else? Nope. Some rock puns. We have the Three Stooges moons. Well, yeah, if this Citizen Sleeper, sticks the landing for you, let me know, because right now I'm very ready to be sold on Disco Elysium-esque as a descriptor for a game. Can I get to this ridge somehow? No. I can go by this toolbox in the foreground, but you can't do anything with it. Abandoned mining tools are strewn about as if the owner's left in a hurry. But I guess I'm not going to be using any of them. Okay, what do I have? And why might it help? A warp distributor cap. That's my confirmation that the bad guys aren't getting anywhere anytime fast. High voltage fuse. A leftover part from WD-40. Laser cutting torch. A rebreather mask, a branch, business card from the... Ooh. Dreams in the Witch House. It's a good Lovecraft story. I wouldn't put it in his top tier, but it's good. And then I have this. Right. Okay. So maybe I should go back to the building where this... I had a feeling it might be. That sounds promising. I'm not sure if I'm mixing up the description of the witch house with other Lovecraft stories. Is that the one where it's a house that is like on a cliff and the only entrance, like the only door, is right off the outside of the cliff. I remember that as a description of a house in a Lovecraft story. (80869). Nothing sounds quite like an 808. Nice. Ah, yes. That's all of them, right? Okay. Do-do-do. Looking for the part where he wrote about the soup here. Was that not even in this text? No, those were his dying words. It was like Ridge something soup. Arg. Okay, is there anything for me to pick up here? Can I search the body? Nope. He's part of the corpse core. Some very mild wordplay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, like Lovecraft, obviously, you know, pretty good writer in a lot of ways, and also just a compelling imagination when you're not, you know, dealing with his retrograde views about the real world. But, like, I've read every Lovecraft short story, and there are maybe like 5 times that like something happens, so, that there's any kind of like action in the current plot that you're reading. Obviously, the probably the most famous example is The Shadows over Innsmouth, which has an action horror set piece so exciting that it was literally adapted into a fairly well-received first-person shooter called The Shadows over Innsmouth. Can I just get up here with a stick? Get up there with a hole punch? Can I blast at the rocks? Okay. You know, last time it did work out. That, clicking around desperately helped me figure out how to do the thing I'd been trying to do. Okay, so I can get back there like that. Is there somewhere else where I can go? What is the point of having that extra entrance? Ah, that might be what I heard in the sense of it being well received. Not even the game itself, but just the one action set piece based on pretty much easily the most exciting thing that happens in all of Lovecraft's fiction. A scene that, now that I think about it, must have had some influence on the creators of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, since so much of the gameplay in Dark Descent is running from... Okay, sure. Oh yeah, that's another good one. But like Dark Descent has a bunch of chase scenes that are literally just run as fast as you can, get through the door, turn around, get that door shut behind you as fast as you can with the clumsy context grab controls. I don't understand why going to the left on the other screen brought me out to the right here, where I wanted to be, but I'm glad that it worked. The Surgeon General warns that handling a toxic waste container may be hazardous to your health. Sure. Can I poke it with a stick? No. Wait, can I just look at it but get information because I'm up close? The canister bears the phrase primordial soup and the logo of the Genetix Research Corporation. A small label near the bottom bears the ominous inscription, Biohazard. Teratogenic substance. Do not expose to direct sunlight, air, or water. Do not ingest, inhale, or allow contact with the exposed skin. Another fine product from Genetix Research Corps, 41666. Sector G6. 41666. Sounds like a 5-digit number to me. One moment here. Yes, I think that might have been part of his dying words. Something to the effect of it being confusing. But although I clearly stumbled in to the answer there, I stumbled in while deliberately trying to stumble into this specific answer. So I feel gratified, like I had solved a puzzle. And cool 50 points. All right. Return to my beam down location. And bust out my not a tricorder. And this is Eureka. Go ahead, Captain Wilco. 1 to beam up, Flo. Oh, great. And just when I was finally starting to unwind up here. And we're back. I wonder if now I can get any... I'm not trying to talk to myself, game. I'm trying to talk to WD-40. See if I can get some science advice about the Genetix conspiracy. What do you make of the situation, WD-40? There are 2 possibilities. Either the colonists cannot answer, or they will not answer our hails. In any case. Okay, that's outdated dialogue. That's the dialogue from before we went down and found out that the colonists were all mutated and then dead. I do like finding the 5-digit codes in the game as part of the game to find out new places to go. Better than just being told specifically where we want to go and then finding the name of the place in the background of a couple of pages of the manual as a copy protection thing. I think pretty much the only time I've ever found that the copy protection of that form did anything but just be kind of irritating was in King's Quest 3, where, and that's partially because I'm just a sucker for... I'm just a sucker for doing rituals and such in video games. So casting those spells by pretty much just typing them, typing the actions from the manual. Even though that was just really, really overbearing copy protection, I had more fun with it than I might have otherwise. Laying a course, Drool. What coordinates, Captain? 41666. Coordinates locked in, sir. Ready to get underway. Yeah. Light speed, Drool. And away we go. I just finished Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom last night on my own time. Not here at 58 Dream Street. I really loved that game. That game was a lot of fun. And I found it was a game that really rewarded turning the difficulty up to hard. Because with the gimmick of Zelda, not fighting directly, unless she uses her limited ability to transform into the swordsman, Link. But otherwise, summoning things to fight on her behalf. There we are. Genetix. Standard orbit. Standard orbit. Aye. 10 points for officially discovering genetics. Okay. Let's, What function may I assist you with, Captain? Scan the planet, please. I am detecting power fluctuations inside the envirodrome, sir. Sensors register debris in the area as well. Do you require anything further, Captain Vilko? What's your recommendation? The facility is not listed in the StarCon registry or any of our other library databases, sir. Structural analysis and sensor readings indicate a 92% probability this is a research facility of some kind. I recommend we send an away team down to investigate this station, Captain Vilko. Do you require anything further, Captain Vilko? No, thank you, WD-40. That is all. Well, I mean, we might as well hail them. Hailin', sir. I bet they won't answer, though. Well, there's a no response, Captain. I don't think there's anyone down there. Yeah, it's the one. Jeez. The research isn't even a big enough deal that they need to tell anyone about it. Seems chill. But I guess we'll find out for sure. So is it going to be an away team? And if so, are they just going to come? Did I have to somehow order Drool to join me on the away team? Or is it just going to be Roger is the away team? Probably. Energize. No, it worked. Oh. Looks like you've got a zany transporter blooper, Raj. Quick, get your camera. Galactic Inquirer will pay you 10 bugazoids if they publish your photo. Alright, I'm the fly. That's not great. Hopefully this goes better than it did for Jeff Goldblum. But I guess we'll find out. Oh, I'm the fly. Okay. Well, let's see. Looks like your better half dropped something, Raj. Bears a striking resemblance to your communicator. Can I fly to it? No. Can I buzz into it? Is the speak... Oh, I can fly down to it. Good. Let's try pressing the button that seems to be the most indicated. Oh, that's me. That's Roger Fly. You can see because he has Roger's head, just like Fly Roger has Roger's body and a fly head. So more like the... is it Vincent Price in the original Fly from the 50s? Do we have no buttons we can push here? Not promising. That's where Flo's cheerful visage would appear if you could only activate the communicator's transmit key. Looks like there's fly in the ointment, and the fly is you. Yeah, Vincent Price. I've only seen clips of that one in a documentary, I think, on a DVD of the David Cronenberg, Jeff Goldblum fly. Okay, for now, I feel like I should explore. I like the way they animated Fly Roger and his movements. Looks like every other electronic keycard lock you've ever seen. We have a pool and a pond. Pond would be good for you. A large waterfall cascades noisily down from the ceiling of this chamber into a small pond below. The large man-made waterfall adds a moist touch to the artificially created surroundings. A bizarre example of genetically engineered plant life. Feels like getting eaten by some sort of Venus flytrap creature is a very likely possible death for Fly Roger. So anywhere else I can go here? Doesn't seem promising. Can I fly to anything? What could help me possibly push the key? Is it pushing a button? Do I need something to increase my mass? Or like something heavier I can drop? Did I just not try hard enough when I flew down to it? Well, there's no descriptive text. So that doesn't help. Nope. Okay. Can't use items, of course, because all of my items are presumably in the part of my body. You know, Roger's not stuffing things into his cheeks, so they haven't been brought along with him. Wait, can I get killed by landing on the flytrap here? Not obviously, no. Can I go up? Doesn't seem like it. Huh. Okay. Keep looking at things. Dark shapes are visible, moving just beneath the surface of this small pond. Can I tempt them? Yes, but only to the effect of getting killed. Doesn't look like you'll be bugging anyone for a while. Oh, I should have made a save in my fly guys. So now I'm just repeating actions. Okay. Is this a case where I can bring Spike, get transformed into a Spike Roger hybrid, and then use my acid pea to somehow activate the... Probably not. Probably this is just going to be another case where Roger says, oh, no, the game doesn't require me. I'd better put old Spiky back. Roger can tell. Roger can just tell when Spiky's not going to have use as an interactable object in the structure of his quest. Energize! Boom. Alright. The fly takes off. The pond is bad. Perhaps we should have seen that coming. And then, what? Anything else I can look at? This area of the Envirodome appears to be devoted to the cultivation and study of wetlands ecosystems. Dark shapes are visible just below the surface of the pond. Tree reminds you of when you used to climb as a young boy back on Xenon. And so does the big dent in your head that you got from falling out of it. Okay. I can actually dodge that thing. Wow, that was close. Ha! It didn't even visually look like it happened. But once I thought I could dodge him, I was like, can I get him to come out and activate my teleporter? I think Roger is making his way down. Yes, he is. Can somebody up there explain to me how the captain of a starship can be reduced to a common housefly? Yuck! You look hideous, Captain. Thanks for the pep talk, Flo. Tell Cliffy to get down here, now! I'll inform him of your predicament, sir. But the transporter is malfunctioning again. Oh yeah, no kidding. Oh, really? I hadn't noticed. Hey, great minds, Raj. Captain, sensors have located a large underground structure to the west of your position. Why don't you go check it out while we work on the transporter problem? I'll do that, Flo. But please tell Cliffy to get down here ASAP. We'll go out. This is good weaving of the reference into the game. Playing as the fly is neat. Okay, so there's some underground thing. How do I... Okay, and then I can click there and go into it. Lasers, huh? Can I just go around? Because I'm a fly? Nope. Oh. Is the idea... Nope. Perhaps I have to deal with that later? Perhaps there's something I should have been doing with it now? I don't know. Specimen jars contain grotesque examples of misapplied genetic engineering. Line. Specimen jars containing grotesque examples of misapplied genetic engineering line one wall of the laboratory. This computer workstation appears to be functional. A dim shape, slightly darker than the surrounding shadows, huddles in the back of the cage. This appears to be some kind of genetic research laboratory. Advanced machinery, experiment cages, and specimen containers containing bizarre creatures are found throughout the room. Okay, well, can Fly Roger use the computer? Feels like it's working? No. Ooh, yeah. I always heard great things about Dino Crisis. I think I may have experienced like 2 seconds of it. Danger. Emergency jettison sequence activated. Dome jettison will occur in 0. Jettison complete. Can we restart? Genetix. We play God, so you don't have to. Well, let's check out this activity log. 182120. Station OO8112 activated. 182156. User 453 logged onto mainframe at station OU812. 182229. Astro Chicken 3 Henhouse of Doom program initiated. 12:42:11. I don't know how. Oh, time. This is just a single day's activity log. So from 6 o'clock the previous night to noon, they played Astro Chicken 3 Henhouse of Doom. At 12:43:32, user 453 logged off the mainframe. After a solid, 16-hour session? 18-hour session? Level 3 auto 12:29:01. Level 3 auto security alert issued. Comlink failure. And then finally, level 3 security alert override. Authorization 453 verified. Okay. Next. Depending on what happened here, you might have hit a kill screen, huh? Level 1 priority alpha security alert. Intruder alert at 12:53:11. 12:55:32, just moments later. Auto fire suppression system activated. Auto fire suppression system activated. I bet that means Shuttle Bay 1. 12:58:59. Just a few minutes later. Structural integrity failure. Dome 1 depressurized. 1345. A few minutes later. System failure. Mainframe offline. Backup internet activated. 1347. 2 seconds later. Emergency computing systems activated. 1302. 12. Minute and a half later. System power failure. Emergency power activated. (1303:34). Emergency evacuation. Abandoned station. Authorization 159 verified. 1305:17. This is unfolding quickly. Emergency scuttle program activated. Dome 1. 1310:17. 5 minutes later. Destruct failsafe reached. Dome 1. 1312:44. Emergency scuttle program activated. Dome 2. 1315:17. Scuttle procedure completed. Dome 1 jettisoned and detonated. 1317:44. Destruct failsafe reached on Dome 2. Scuttle program activated for Dome 3 shortly after that. They're trying to blow the whole thing. So maybe they realized they had done wrong. Maybe they're not necessarily a villainous conspiracy wanting to spread these mutations. Who knows? 1322:44. Scuttle procedure complete. Dome 2 jettisoned and detonated. Dome 3 scuttle procedure aborted. This is 2 minutes after that. Authorization 999 verified. 1327:12. Power stabilized. Emergency systems deactivated. 1329:02. Pardon me. Dome 3 jettison sequence activated locally. 1334:02. 5 minutes later. Jettison failsafe reached. Dome 3 sealed. 1339. 5 minutes after that. Dome 3 jettisoned. System halted. So are we in Dome 4? What's going on here? Let's learn more. Before we go to the systems to see what we can do, let's learn as much as we can. Projects. The Primordial Soup. Feasibility study of metabacterial transformations in terraforming and space colony applications. Project goal. To create a survivable and highly adaptable metabacteria to enable terraforming on planets currently unsuitable for human habitation. Description. The metabacteria will serve as a base for an artificial food chain on selected planets, synthesizing complex proteins as a natural byproduct of its metabolism. To put it in terms of the layman, it will eat poison, giving off water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and producing a rich organic base that other introduced organisms can feed upon. In essence, the metabacteria will create a living primordial soup. Hey, that's the secret name of the secret project. Experimental summary. After 3 minutes of preliminary trials, 3 months, sorry. They gave it 3 months, not just 3 minutes. The bacterial strain, Cassius velox, has shown the greatest promise. The vigor of this species is impressive, and its astonishing reproductive rate makes it an ideal candidate for our purposes. What could go wrong? Primary experimental trials will bombard Cassius velox with hard radiation to confirm hardiness and test adaptive ability. Placing a petri dish of the bacteria behind a computer monitor for a period of hours will expose it to hard radiation conditions, similar to those on an uninhabitable Class D planet. Later, we shall repeat the procedure, using a safer type of radiation, such as a gamma ray source. Why not try the procedure with the safe one first? Science log, stardate 3234.22. Initial results with Cassius velox are encouraging. It thrives in the radiation environment, as long as adequate food sources are provided. We are well on our way towards engineering the first true metabacteria. A few specimens have manifested undesirable genomes after successive trials. Steps will be taken to cull the recessives so that the entire population isn't compromised. Science log, stardate 3237.12. I believe we have discovered and removed all remaining undesirable latent genetic traits in Cassius velox. The next step will be to introduce live mice into an environment prepared by Cassius. How will this turn out? Science log, stardate 3243.19. Several subjects have demonstrated teratogenic side effects as a result of ingesting the primordial soup gestalt. The mice have turned into slimy, foul-smelling, bad-tempered meta-rodents with attitudes. It seems that the metagaseous has infected the DNA of the mice, much like a virus. This is an unprecedented event. Further study is indicated. Points. How many points? I don't know. I'm not doing a good job keeping track. Science log, stardate 3252.06. The experiment is not progressing well. Several test subjects have begun mutating wildly. The morphology of the creatures is singularly unrodent-like. They resemble nothing so much as ambulatory piles of goo with teeth. The only thing which appears to have any effect on an infected specimen, short of killing it, is the application of extreme cold at temperatures below minus 200 degrees Celsius. Cell mutations are slowed dramatically. Where did we go wrong? Hey, does this mean we've just literally already saved Beatrice, who has been infected with this metabacteria, just by putting her in cryostasis? I hope so. Make my job easier. Science log, stardate 3263.11. One of the metamice bit and infected one of the lab techs today. We're putting him into cryonic hibernation to slow the progress of disease. Okay, so confirmed. It's not gonna save her on its own. But I'm afraid that without a cure, his chances of survival are non-existent. The experiment is a failure and is scheduled to be terminated. Now what am I gonna do? I've got an entire warehouse full of this slop. Oh no. Maybe they are evil. In a really callous way. Let's find out if their accounting records show that they started selling this stuff. SCSI drives. Purchased for R&D. A 98666. An Amigo 9000. By research and the development branches separately. Astro Chicken 3. Boom. The Blow NS card. 1902. For research. BST Swabo 4633. Sounds like more computer stuff. For R&D. Dandy 2500 sucks. For furniture. Okay. A modem. A scanner. A keyboard. A bribe to Captain Quirk. Uh-oh. This is starting to look less and less like an accident. Another bribe and another bribe. Corona Ale cases for the testing department. Laser Pet 3 for miscellaneous. Liquid nitrogen cans to R&D. Madame Zorba for consulting. Huh. Max LC for research. Mitsuzuki Monitor for research. Ninjitsu 520 gigabyte some kind of hard drive. Novelty Teeth for personal expenses. Phony camcorder for research. Programmer cubes as incentives. A radial video adapter and an interface. A drive. Recorder transcriber was personal. Refrigerator for development. Netport base. Target 64 board. Target board. Watex scanner. Keyboard controller. Contour chair for spare parts. So, the important part there, I guess, was the bribes. Finally, on systems, we can see all three domes. Envirodome 1, data link non-functional. Envirodome 2, data link non-functional. Envirodome 3, operational. Standby power. Backup computing systems active. Let's go to security. Okay. We just saw Fly Roger, I believe, leap into the dumpster. On camera 2. Let's wait a moment, see if Cliffy comes beaming down or something. Aha! There's my crew. It's about time. It's about time Cliffy fixed that dang transporter. I'm really gonna bug him about this one for a long time. What do they do, though? They can't hear you. Yes, I'm just trying to look at them. Well, back to camera 1. This is the picture from the surveillance cameras in the... I don't remember, but okay, I trust you. Wait, was I done there? I think I was done. Let's try going back. Will the door never open again? No, I can activate the door. Okay. Having done all that reading, some of which gave me points, I should save again. Can I talk to them? Seems like I can. Cliffy, it's just a hunch, but I think there's something wrong with the transporter.
Can you describe the problem, sir?
Oh, this is one of the ones it needs me to click for. Will you look at me? I'm a fly.
You sure are. What happened to the rest of you?
I think it crawled in the trash bin out back.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I can fix you up. Where's the dumpster?
I think it's behind that large rock outcropping.
Lead the way, Captain.
Excuse me, Captain. I am going to scan the perimeter. All right. Onwards. So can I just fly over here and Cliffy follows me? Is that the gimmick? Beyond the large rock outcropping. Over here. Okay. He pulls the handle. There's Fly Roger, just loving his life, living in the garbage.
Here's your body, Captain. Some people might say you never look better. I can fix you up, Captain. I just have to reverse the phase polarity on the transporter interface grid.
Ooh, Cliffy's voice.
You need to park yourself on old dung breath here for me to de-scramble the two of you.
Let me try.
Here goes nothing. Energize. Boy, Captain. Sure glad you're back to normal. You're really starting to bug me, huh?
That's not funny, Chief.
Sorry, sir. How do you feel?
Except for a strange urge to go jump in that fertilizer bin and roll around, I feel pretty normal.
This sure is some setup those Genetix boys got here.
You haven't seen the half of it. I flew through this locking mechanism and found a big underground lab next door. Of course, there was only so much I could do there as a fly. Anyway, there was a lot of really high-tech gizmos and all kinds of advanced technology. A moment too late, you realize saying the words advanced technology to Cliffy is like showing a photograph of helpless women and children to a Doberman pinscher. A hungry gleam comes to your engineer's eye.
Oh, really? Why don't we take a closer look at that lock, Captain? You never know. If we can open it, we might even find something we can use against the Pukoid critters. I'll meet you there.
Well, isn't it kind of implying the Doberman pinschers are heroic? Or maybe I totally misunderstood. Perimeter secured, Captain Vilko. Here is your communicator, sir. I located it during my scans of the area.
Thanks, WD-40.
Ah, right. Right. That's kind of grim, yeah. Mark Crow had a bad experience with a Doberman as a kid. I believe I can be of the most help back on the ship. Please something, Cliffy. I missed that. It went by too quickly. Alright. All right, here we go. Oh, do I have to solve the lock first? That will not be of any help. Looks like an electronic keycard lock. Thoughts, Cliffy? Okay. Nope. Same results either way. So we can't just go in. We need to bypass this lock somehow. So, you tug at your clothing to achieve a slightly more comfortable fit. It's like, what if Bug Roger went and picked up the... Can we just blast the lock? No, it's not necessary. We can't do anything to it. Won't be of any help. Cliffy's just standing around with a slightly puzzled look on his face. Electronic keycard lock. Okay. Oh, look! It's a cleverly concealed hidden doorway. Are you serious? No. Okay. What are we doing here? Is there going to be a key somewhere on the ground? Was I supposed to have done something as Fly Roger? Annoying if true. Is there any value in communicating? Well, you already got here. Go ahead, Captain. Give me a status report, Flo. Well, I just chipped a nail. I'm having this terrible algae problem in my hair, and I think the chia infection on my little toe is coming back. Never mind, Flo. We'll go out. Okay. Not helpful. Fair chance there was something I missed over by the dumpster. Or in the pond. Or maybe I'm supposed to be using the stuff I already have to figure out how to get past that lock. Trash dumpster, similar to many others. Can't quite put your finger on what it is. This palm tree gives a vaguely menacing impression. Hilarious death? No. Won't be of any help. Okay. Probably nothing here. No. Okay. Can the business card somehow be the answer? It's an interesting idea. Oh, if I click slightly more precisely, the lock simply rejects your card. But could I punch holes in the card with the hole puncher in such a way that it will not reject my card? If so, you'd think there'd be something to make me believe. I don't know. Oops, you bungled this puzzle. Yep. So the clue came way back when I was a fly. That's kind of annoying. But hey, at least they're kind of playing fair about it. Okay, so I gotta go back to before I was a fly. Or wait. While still a fly here, can I go back in? Yes. Okay. Could it have something to do with this? I'm going to, just in case. Okay, where's a pencil? Do I have a pencil kicking around here? I mean, I surely do. Whatever. Let's just keep using a Sharpie. Okay. Because it could be... Figure out which of these actually cause one of these tumblers to go. And which ones do nothing. And try to reproduce that grid pattern. Maybe. Of course, if so, I'm making a big assumption about how it should be oriented. Okay. Maybe some kind of shape, those X's, the cross pattern like that, somehow works for the card. Like, when I was, as Fly Roger, going through there, I was thinking, like, well, this is going to be a puzzle later. Because right now I can bypass it, but later I'm going to have to figure out how to do it. Not realizing that I should be taking notes at the time. In fact, I'm not sure there was any way for it to be obvious that I was supposed to. Okay, let's try this. Helps that it is partially gridded. Let's try. Oops, I bungled it. Okay, but what does that mean? Like, should I have been... Oh, I can only make the punches in these spots. So what if it's the other way? Make a 5. Like a die face. So it's saying that's not necessary all of a sudden. Is that because I've solved it? That is not the correct configuration. Okay. And I did do this and have it tell me it was wrong. Bungled it. Okay. So, any method of rotating this produces the same shape. So it's not an alignment thing. And I can't do... Oh. It was saying that's not necessary because just sometimes, even though it's making the little shape, you're not doing it right. There we go. So, I sort of, like, you know, I figured out the shape by doing that grid. It looks dangerous down there, Captain. I volunteered to stand guard up here. Sure thing, Cliffy. Thought you were all excited about the high-tech technology. Okay. Now that we're in here as full-sized Roger, what am I going to do? I don't know. Is this something I can interact with at all? No. What about this? Yep. We have... I mean, this doesn't seem good. Oh, they're cryo nitrogen canisters. Perhaps they could be used against the Pukoids. Perhaps. Okay. I can just take them. A handy travel-sized container of liquid nitrogen. Just the thing to dump at the punch at dull parties. This minus 200 degree temperature, this minus 200 degree temperature of the liquid instantly freezes anything it comes into contact with. Bad sentence, but okay. Probably supposed to... No. Roger's not a shut the fridge kind of guy. Is there anything else in there, Roger? No. In fact, as far as Roger's concerned, it's like there's actually still the opportunity to go in there. Can I do something with hands on this computer? No. What are these? Right, there's stuff in there. This one's empty. This one has something huddling in it. Small whirring noise in this one. Empty, 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 empty. Well, seems risky, but I think I should try pressing these buttons for the ones that are unique. There's a tornado stuck inside. Looks like you really lost your head this time. Oh, the tornado decapitated Roger. Interesting. Okay, what if I release the thing in here? It is unwise to do that. It's another horrible way to die. Both of these deaths forget that Roger is carrying 2 liquid nitrogen canisters. Both whirling Roger around and slamming him on the ground and eating Roger. Right. It is. I think you're right. Okay. At this point, let's just see if anything funny happens. Okay. Not willing to push most of these. I guess for the empty ones? Hopefully I'm not just... Okay. All these ones are empty. Can I use the stick to release the tornado without standing in front of it? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Can I toss a canister in? No. What do I have that I could maybe use here? Can I just shoot this thing? No. Do I even feel like it's likely to be necessary to do something here right now? Or should I try moving on? Let's try moving on. If indeed Roger will. It's perhaps just literally an action sequence now. You know, we've set the trigger by getting the nitrogen canisters.
What did you find, Captain?
I've discovered that the Pukoids have a critical weakness. They can't stand the cold. Roger discovered that already. Extremely low temperature temporarily halts the molecular action of the primordial soup that causes the mutations.
Does it reverse the process?
I'm afraid not, but at least it's better than nothing.
Did you find anything else?
I found a couple of canisters of liquid nitrogen.
Great. Give 'em here. Maybe I can rig something up to use against the Pukoid critters.
Well, I sure hope so, Cliffy.
Well, Captain, I think we've done all we can here for now. Let's head back to the ship.
Captain,
what do you want to do?
I'll take your word for it, Cliffy.
I'll beam us up now, Captain.
Pardon me. There's got to be some way to help Beatrice, Cliffy.
I really can't think of any offhand, sir. Oh, what's your beastie so excited about?
I think he's trying to tell us something. What is it, boy?
He's jumping on the cryo chamber.
Is that it, Spike? You want us to jump on the cryo chamber? Probably not, Roger.
I don't think so, sir.
Now he's jumping on the transporter.
What do you think the critter is trying to tell us, Captain?
What are you trying to tell us, boy? So my options are we should jump on the cryo chamber and then jump on the transporter? Somebody fell down the well. The mill is on fire. We should initiate a manual control bypass to reverse the phase polarity of the interface grid and then use the transporter to reintegrate Beatrice's DNA molecules?
You know, just might work.
Good boy, Spiky.
Get the ambassador ready, sir. I'll man the transporter.
Spiky gives me a big hug, but hopefully not the kind that creates an unwinnable state. Alright, back in your tank, Spiky. Okay. Time to go over and remember. Oh. No. I thought I was going to. Oh, I did have to. She's really going to pieces for you now, Raj. Whoops. Okay. So, yes, I do have to look at the thing and defrost her first. I just thought that the use icon was the way to do this. She's not looking great, our girl. Ambassador defrost, 10 seconds on defrost. Got into some real trouble freezing her in the first place by not investigating the recipe, the quick recipe guide. You've successfully defrosted B. There's not much time to save her, so whatever you're going to do it quick. Well, I'm going to click the use icon on her, and then I'm going to move onto the transporter. Make it so, Cliffy. Roger's really starting to get a feel for command.
Okay, Captain. In just a minute. I've got to make some minor, delicate micro adjustments to the transporter.
Kick. Very nice. We're at 2,500 points. In theory, halfway there, but I bet we're more than halfway through the game. I bet this game gets wild with the points in the climax. Oh, B, I thought you were puked for sure. So did I. I feel weak. I need to rest. No problem. I'll tuck you back in the cryo so you can recuperate. Okay, but I've got just one question for you guys. What happened to my underwear? Something burps. Oops. Excuse me, Roger. Lovely. Well, let's freeze her. And then well, this will be a way to find out, was I supposed to freeze her? Does it somehow go wrong if I didn't actively freeze her again? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Return to the bridge. That's my first assumption. This kind of feels like now something needs to happen. Let's see. Can we hail Starcon? Hailing, sir. Unable to comply, Captain. All interplanetary communications are being jammed. They're jamming them in whatever system we go to. That's wild. Well, hold on. What does WD-40 think? What function may I assist you with, Captain? What's your recommendation, WD-40? Not enough data. Scan for ships. The Goliath is currently in the vicinity of gingivitis, sir. Okay. Well, there's the hint then. We gotta go to them because we have something to fight the Pukoid mutants with. How am I doing for time? Pretty good. I won't go too much longer unless the inevitable momentum of the climax picks up. Otherwise, we'll say this is going to be a 4-sessioner. All right. One moment while I find the number. Gingivitis 81100. Are we finally going to get a ship battle going on? I suspect that's quite possible. I know I just said it out loud. 81100. Lay in a course, Officer Drool, or whatever your rank is. What coordinates, Captain? Good question. I know I just said them out loud. 81100. Beep beep. Coordinates locked in, sir. Ready to get underway. Well, make it so. Light speed. Aye, sir. Well, I find out that there was more I should have done. That Cliffy was misleading me when he said, I think we've done all we can here at Genetix. Who knows? It's weird. If we do have to go back to Starcon, I guess we're going to have to find a number. Because Starcon is here in the background, like the copy protection things. We're approaching our destination, Captain. But it has no number. Aye, sir. Cut it down to regular speed. Here we are. We're approaching planet Gingivitis. Sensors have detected the presence of the Goliath in the area, Captain Vilko. My calculations indicate the Goliath will be in visual range in approximately 10 seconds. Okay. Oh, in that case, let's raise our shields. Shields are already up, Captain Wilco. Good. Hail a ship. Hailin', sir. Probably jammed. Can't reach anyone, sir. Perhaps we play the waiting game, or perhaps we're supposed to go into orbit. Standard orbit. Can't go into orbit right now, sir. She spotted us, sir. Her weapons are locked and preparing to fire. But nice knowing ya. Duh. You died because you were dumb. I thought I had to wait for them to show up and then go into evasive action. I will try harder to succeed this time by doing something in the face of certain doom. Boop-a-doo. I'll save when we arrive this time. Okay. We have a oh, goddamn. Am I going to lose all my time? Is this save going to be worthless because I slipped and missed the window? Should have locked the mouse in. I've locked it now. Well, let's try. Evasive action. Nope. No reason to retreat. What is the trick supposed to be? Do we just shoot? Can't shoot if you don't have a target. Can't hail them.
You rang?
Oh, cloak the ship.
The Eureka isn't outfitted with a cloaking device, sir. Anything else, Captain?
Well, that would have been nice if you'd thought to outfit us with a cloaking device. Is that piece that came out of WD-40? Needs to be installed. Okay. I'm thinking that's probably it. So let's revert. And go see if we can hand Cliffy the cloaking device and inspire him to upgrade the ship. Or maybe I got to try to figure out how to do it myself. Nope. Okay, hold on. No. Cliffy doesn't want to talk to me. Do you have any idea what we can do to stop the Goliath, WD-40? The probability of surviving direct confrontation with the Goliath is less than 0.0001%, Captain. We must utilize an alternative strategy. Like what? Like what? My memory banks were severely damaged on Kiz your ass, Ugubi, but they indicated the ship I piloted contained a cloaking device of some kind. If we could refit it to the Eureka, the Goliath would not be able to detect us with her sensor array. Then we could sneak up on him, blow him out of the sky. I'm afraid not, sir. The power consumption of a cloaking device would prevent us from firing. In any case, the Eureka is too poorly armed to defeat such a strong opponent, even with the advantage of tactical surprise. In any case, kiss your ass goodbye. In any case, the proper course of action. I was kiss your ass, Gooby. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking Gooby could have been as an insult there. Okay. Is it this simple? Is it this simple? Or is this part of... That's left over from WD-40 herself. What if we have to go back to the planet? Let's go back to Kiss Your Ass Goodbye. British, welcome. The answer to how to get to the soup can turned out to be go left on the screen where the soup can is on the screen to the right of you, and somehow you wind up next to it. I solved it. I didn't necessarily feel like I knew why. And here we are on the adventure. Hope your Saturday's going well. Okay, so we're going to Kids Your Ass Goodbye, which is... Oh no. Is that one that I got to some other way? Hold on. I'm going to take advantage of the internet to act as my memory. I'm going to go to the list of copy protection. 20011. That's what it says, Kiss Your Ass Goodbye is. Now I'm going to look one more time and see if I actually just kept overlooking it. No? Well, I don't recall how this is supposed to have worked. But fortunately, 20011. Let's try this. Oh, I started this thought like well over an hour ago, I think, at this point. But I really turning the difficulty up in Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom worked great because it makes Zelda so vulnerable that like there were points in the game where like there were enemies who could kill me in one shot or at least two shots at best. Makes it very, very important not just to drop down some dudes and snap into Link mode and kill them, but to actually think not only which enemy can which enemy that I can create with my Echo Staff, with my Rod of Echoes or whatever it's called, the Tri Staff or the Tri Rod. Not only which of these can fight well, but which of these will fight well in a way that also stops this thing from getting to me. Perhaps going to where WD-40's ship was and using the remaining component of her will be sufficient to get the ship to allow me in. Yeah, my biggest regret with the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is that I couldn't just do Master Quest mode the very first time. Maybe I did have that option in Tears of the Kingdom and I should have taken it. So I'm not sure if Oh, Cliffy's coming, so there's a sign. Yep. Hey, why'd we beam in here? I wonder if this little device had anything to do with it. Wow, they're really kind of just giving it to me now. Bonk. Hey, what gives? Oh, this supposed to be the cloaked ship of that killer android. Neat. Just the same old dialogue from the first time. Nah.
Go on without me, Captain. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, goodness gracious, Cliffy. Use it on myself to just use it? I wonder if I could have done that before. Really kind of seems like Cliffy should have come, though. The very nondescript nature of this panel, which doesn't set it apart from anything else in the ship, piques your interest. Let's see if that's a joke or a clue. Aha! This must be where the cloaking device is housed. It's some sort of locking mechanism. This should be easy to crack open. Okay, so that's why it's leading me so heavily. Uh-oh. It appears you've triggered some sort of alarm. Better get this thing. Get out of here fast. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Is there a clue? Looks like an access panel of some kind. The object bears a remarkable resemblance to a cloaking device. Okay, what if it's... Oh, so there aren't really... There's only two options for each. But I don't know what to do. Okay. Latch will move. Cloaking device is secured in place. Okay. I can't use anything. Quartet of turn handles are set into the mechanism. Yeah. It's a latch. That's a latch. Panel won't budge. Oh, that's anywhere on it. What is going on here? I can't leave. Huh. Okay. I don't know why that worked, but it worked. I don't know why that worked or why that worked. It had something to do with constantly changing the order. Good job. Now get out of here. No rush. I got it. Let's move before this thing blows.
Oh. Oh, wow, Chief. That hurt. It looked real painful. You okay?
Fine. Perfect. Help me up.
Sure thing. Here you go.
He's gonna boot him. No, he picked him up.
I'll take this cloaking gizmo, get to work installing it. It'll take some time, though, Captain.
Okay, Cliffy, get on it. I'm sure the device will come in handy during an unexpected crisis in the near future.
I just hope this thing won't blow the ship to Kingdom Come when I throw the switch.
Yeah, that did not give them a lot of time. And it didn't really seem like their moving was the important part of how they escaped. Seemed more important that they were able to teleport. Can you give me an analysis on our best course of action now that we have the cloaking device, WD-40? I recommend something. Okay, hold on. Let's have this dialogue again. I recommend that we attempt to board and take the Goliath. If we achieve this prize, we can cure a portion of the Goliath's crew with the ship's transporter and enlist their aid before the rest of the Pukoids can react. Sounds risky. I calculated 29% chance of success, but there is a 93% chance that the Goliath could destroy the Star Confederation if we cannot prevent her from reaching the frontier. And just how in the Pleiades am I supposed to get over there? The Goliath's shields will probably block our transporter. The only remaining option is to use the Eva pod, Captain Vilko. It is small enough to avoid attracting attention. Once you attach it to the Goliath and cut through her hull, you can sneak up to the bridge and shut down the shields. Then Cliffy and I can join you and effect the rest of the plan. Assuming I try this crazy stunt, where should I land the pod? My databanks. Damn it. My databanks do not possess that information, sir. But I calculate an 83.7% chance that Cliffy will have that information. Okay. Yeah, let's go land on the ship. Or at least try. I will save the climax for the next Space Quest day, which might wind up meaning that we finish this game and start Space Quest 6 on the same day. Really, Cliffy? I guess maybe we have to go to Gingivitis for the showdown. And then ask Cliffy via the communications channels. Give it a shot.
You rang?
Status report. Nope. Okay, so maybe I can talk to him after. We'll find it. Okay. I've forgotten the gingivitis code. 81100. I remember it now. What coordinates, Captain? 81100, Cliffy. Coordinates locked in, sir. Ready to get on our way. And here we go. Light speed. Officer Drool. Aye, sir. Lieutenant Drool? I can't remember his rank. We're approaching our destination, Captain. Regular speed then, Cliffy. WD-40 comes up. We're approaching planet Gingivitis. Sensors have detected the presence of the Goliath in the area, Captain Vilko. My calculations indicate the Goliath will be in visual range in approximately 10 seconds. Man, I hate that show. It's just a flawed concept. The undercover boss show. We gotta get Cliffy to do the cloaking.
You rang?
Cloak us.
Yes, Captain. Right away.
Boom, 50 points.
Anything else, Captain?
Status report, Cliffy.
All systems normal, sir.
I wonder if we're gonna need more power at any point.
Hey, Captain. Get your tail down here to the lab. I got something you might want to take a look at.
If I get aboard the Gingivitis, that's probably where I'll stop for the day. Or not the Gingivitis, the Goliath.
Captain, I've been making a few scans of the Goliath, and I've come up with some interesting information.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, our scans show that the mutated crew of the Goliath is not spread evenly through the various sections of the ship as it would be. The engineering spaces are almost completely deserted, for example.
So?
Well, if you were to enter the ship at that location, you'd stand a good chance of getting aboard undetected.
By saying you pretty much mean me, don't you, Cliffy? That is what the second person pronoun means.
Of course, sir. Once you get aboard, you can sneak up to the bridge power conduit, shut off the Goliath shields.
What good would that do? I feel like WD-40 already explained this to you, Roger.
Well, maybe WD-40 could beam over and incapacitate the crew. Then I could zip over and set something up like we did for the ambassador with their transporter.
So?
Goliath's ion emitters are located there. Lots of hard radiation. Not a good idea to land there, Captain. Those engines are red hot. The thrust turbulence will blow you away. That's the area where the scans show the least amount of Pukoid activity, Captain. That section's got most of the Goliath's weapons and control systems. It's probably swamped with Pukoids. There's a lot of Pukoid activity in that area, Captain.
Oh, wow. Great minds. I mean, Cliffy, just the visual demands it. And then I think with Drool, we're probably all just thinking of Kif Croker. Given that we have elements of Zap Brannigan appearing in both Roger and his rival.
That area is mostly crew quarters. We've registered a lot of Pukoids moving through here. That's the Goliath's bridge. It's probably Pukoid City right now.
Okay, so here is where we want to land. I'll see what I can do. What I should have done after the very first session is gone and watched some clips or even an entire old Mae West movie. I could have done a better voice for Flo. All right, I've got to press this to go down. No, wait. No, that's the garbage. I got to press this to go down. That works too. All right. Now, is there a repeat oxygen tank puzzle? Seems like it, yes. Pod rotation. Roger is a fly, by the way. More great examples of Mark Crow and, the general Space Quest trend. Use the hand icon to indicate the position on the Goliath's hull you want to go for. Actually, hold on. Okay. So is it simplified? Okay. They're not going to make me use the clumsy Goliath controls to try to pull up to the right spot. Oh, hey. Okay. The cramped interior of the pod is jammed with equipment you have little hope of understanding in the short time available to you. These controls operate the hatch mechanism. Okay. Is it literally just open the hatch? And then use the laser torch at last? At last. Tried to use this so many times for so many different reasons. Having expended the laser torch's power pack, cutting through the Goliath's super hard hull, you decide to leave the spent and bulky tool in the Evapod. Alright, we're on board. I think this is a good time to stop. Got started late today. And, whoops. It's approaching supper time. So I think instead of forcing it to get done today, I will save the climactic sequence for our next Space Quest day together. Aboard Goliath. Okay. I meant to use a definite article in there, but I missed it. All right. So, yeah. We'll see how the, adventure game ending sequences can be tricky because they want to do big set pieces, and sometimes it relies a lot on you guessing the exact order of clicks they want you to do. But I don't know. It's feeling like we could, like, Space Quest 5 and Space Quest 4 are in a fight right now for my heart, because I'm really enjoying this game, and I am really excited to find how it ends. Then I'm really excited to find out what Scott Murphy brings to the table. When Mark Crow's not there, being like, let's have the adventure game interface imposed upon an in-game interface for interacting with technology like computers and spaceships. But yeah, this is really good, and I'm looking forward to more of it. But when will we play more of it? Well, check it out. Tomorrow, I'll be back here playing Disco Elysium. We're well into Tuesday afternoon. The investigation feels like it's progressing well, but it's really tough to say. I'm just absolutely loving that game, and I can't wait to find out what happens next. Come Wednesday, Greg will be back here. We believe in our hearts for the first 2-week-in-a-row streak for Greg and James beat 'em up in 2025. It's been rough, but we're coming out of the clouds, or so we believe. And so we're going to be playing, I think it was called Riot Zone USA, and what I'm the most excited about, although I am excited for this Riot Zone USA or whatever it's called, I'm excited for Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, a Capcom adaptation of a cartoon that just had such a good premise that even though I never watched it as a kid, I never forgot about it. I could picture the outfit of the main character. Or at least I could picture the color palette of the outfit of the female lead. I was shocked when I found out exactly, when I looked at the arcade flyer, discovered exactly how revealing her outfit is. I remembered it as more tasteful, but other than that, I remembered. And it's just a great premise. There's Cadillacs, there's dinosaurs. What do you need, roadmap? Surprised that I never watched it as a kid. I'm surprised that other people didn't, so it only lasted for 13 episodes. It lasted long enough to get a Capcom beat 'em up, though, so we're looking forward to giving that a shot. Next Friday, we're going to try to do a Friday Night Frosthaven where we both finish a scenario and blitz through the next outpost phase to get us on the way to a new scenario, because we are very close to the end of the Depths of Delirium scenario. We're about to put it all on the line. I'm excited. You're excited. We'll see what happens next. And then next Saturday, well, probably we won't finish off Space Quest V, the next mutation, next Saturday, because barring disaster, we'll see the second appearance here at 58 Dream Street of my drag persona, the Professor Jamie Rose, who will be starting up Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. I'm not sure I can play that game without cringing, but I know that Jamie can. So that's exciting. I hope you're excited too. I'm real fired up too, because we went to drag brunch today, and I was just like, yep, for whatever reason, this is what I've decided I'm going to do in the same year that I, a straight cisgender guy, turns 40. Whatever. As far as midlife crises go, it's been way cheaper than a sports car. So yeah, I can't wait, and I hope you're excited too. And yeah, that's where we've been, and that's where we're going. Sweet. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you cannot hear my voice. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're, who knows, together, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.